Hey everybody, this is Jack with Iconic Adventures. Join me on this short video as we look at the embarkation process for Norwegian Cruise Line at Port Canaveral. But first, let me invite you to subscribe with the notification bell on. It really helps out a small channel like this. Thank you so much. Before your cruise, don't forget about Norwegian's online check-in process. Check in 21 days before your cruise to get your preferred check-in time for the terminal. All you'll need is a photo headshot of each person, passports, credit card, and emergency contact information. Then plan to arrive at the terminal at your assigned check-in time, although Norwegian's pretty flexible if you arrive a little bit early. One of the exciting things about leaving from Port Canaveral is coming over the bridge and seeing the ships in the distance. And we were really excited to see the Norwegian Escape inviting us to hurry up and get on board. Norwegian Cruise Line typically sails out of Terminal 10 at Port Canaveral, but regardless of what cruise line you're using, check your cruise docs and it will say what terminal you're going out of, and then just follow the highway signs to that terminal. We prefer to drive up to the terminal and drop our bags off with a porter. Just remember to have about $2 per bag of cash to give them. And then we like to park, and then we can walk into the terminal. The setup at Terminal 10 is a little bit different from most terminals in that you actually diagonally park really quick for your baggage drop, and then the parking deck is a short walk away from the terminal. But after you do this, it's just a short escalator ride up into the terminal. Your first stop is security, and don't worry, even though it looks crowded, it moves pretty fast. It's a lot faster than the airport since you're not taking off shoes and belts. You will want to make sure you've got your passports and your cruise documents ready, because they will check them before you go through the security line. Immediately after going through security, if you have any alcohol that's not allowed on the ship, Norwegian will check and hold it for the duration of your cruise and then return it after you get back. And then you're on your way to check in for your cruise. We always recommend that people will check in online before their cruise to make this process go so much easier and quicker. This shot was taken at about 11:15 a.m., which is pretty much peak check-in times for most cruises, and you can see things are going pretty smoothly. Norwegian will check all your information, take your photo for immigration purposes, and then give you your key cards for your room. And then in just a few minutes, you're on your way to the ship. If you choose, you can get your photo taken with a cruise backdrop. We usually skip that line and head straight onto the ship. Check out our full YouTube page for the Norwegian Escape cruise review as well as a full ship tour. One last turn and you're headed onto the ship. It's one thing that always puts a really big smile on our faces. We also look forward to the warm welcomes that we get from the staff as we get on board. And then as soon as you get on board Norwegian, you just head to your muster check-in place, they check you off, and you're on your own. After stopping by our muster station, we went to the box office to make sure that we were all set for our entertainment reservations for the week. Most Norwegian Escape entertainment is first come, first serve, but you do need reservations for the Choir of Man musical, as well as the Supper Club, which is dinner and a musical performance. After getting all our reservations squared away, we headed to the Sailaway party. This shot is a good reminder that Port Canaveral in February can be a little bit rainy and chilly. After we got out of port, we headed straight south towards the Caribbean, and the next day was really nice. But that first day at Port Canaveral was a little bit chilly. Even so, the Sailaway party on Norwegian is a lot of fun, and you don't want to miss it. Everybody's in a good mood and ready to get their vacation started. One quick note about the drink package on Norwegian. If you're still in port and you have the drink package, they will still have to charge you the taxes on your drink. Just one thing to keep in mind, it ends up being about $1 per drink depending on the cost. You'll typically get access to your room sometime around mid-afternoon, and then the luggage will start arriving sometime late afternoon. We really like to get unpacked as best as possible before dinner on that first evening, so then we can really enjoy our vacation. Norwegian's Terminal 10 is also very close to Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and Disney at Port Canaveral. If you have kids, you might want to check out the kids clubs and get them signed up if they're interested. Otherwise, you might want to walk around the ship and get a little bit acclimated to the new surroundings. And then get ready for a great vacation. I hope you enjoyed this short video on the embarkation process for Norwegian at Port Canaveral. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, Enjoy the adventure.